number 7 here, guys. As you can see, I'm in the shotgun trips. I'm running the counter. I decided to go ahead and stay with the counter in this case. It looks like the cover 3 bluff again, guys, defensively, out of the wide 9. I decided to stay with this because honestly, I just like my numbers again. So usually you would get a down block here. Your tackle should reach. In this case here, what you're going to get out of your tight end here. This one's a little tricky, in the game at least. A lot of times, more often than not, he'll block there, which he should not do, because that's the guy you're countering. Normally, he should go looking inside for a backer, if there's no backer in this case. So what he should do next would be to turn out right there. Your guard comes across, kicks out the defensive end in this case. Back takes his little counter step, cuts up inside here, makes a big play. Or if this defensive end actually crashes hard, your guard logs him. Now your back makes the out cut here, the jump cut, to get to the outside, bounce outside in this case. So we'll go ahead and run through this, see what happens. Against this defense, it's actually not a very good call because of the pulling guard in this case. If both of these guys are coming, one of these guys is coming free. You only have so many men to block, so you can block down, down, down. He's pulling. Yes, he's probably going to reach, but more often than not, he's not going to get there. He shouldn't get there if this guy is basically slanting hard with the blitzes. So we'll see what happens, and we'll discuss. Okay, as you run through the play, boom, and everybody gets blocked. Beautiful. So as we go through the play again, all my down blocks do a good job. Tyron Smith there is obviously one of the best left tackles in the game. You know, he makes a heck of a block there. Now Witten does try to block him. He gets beat a little bit, which is fine because I have that guard coming across. And he ends up working his way to next level to that corner. And do we get the play? Yeah, we do. Now, obviously, there's no real lane to cut up inside here like I would have liked to, but because he's got him occupied, Lowell Collins here does a good job of occupying the defensive end. And then Witten makes this great block right here. I'm able to cut up inside here and have a nice gain. Now, as you can see there, I tried to actually cut up inside just a little bit more. I just didn't get there in time to try to set up Travis Frederick on the block there. So, you know, that was just not being able to quite get there in time when I saw him coming, when I finally saw Travis coming. So, play-wise, obviously play success is a 1. That's a pass. Decision making is a 1. That's a pass. And it's a 10-yard run, so that's a bonus point. So that's a 3-point play for me. So that makes up for at least some of the mistakes earlier. At least get myself a nice 10-yard gain. And just a great play there puts me down at right about the 10-yard line, 1st and 10 from about 10 and a half or so. So I can still get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Guys, play number 8 here, ball on his 11-yard line, 1st and 10, 2:29 left in the first quarter. As you can see, I'm in an empty set now. I'm running a stick. I'm running the empty set where I have Dez over here in the number 3 slot, and I have Jason Witten in instead of another wide receiver. And he's running an actual arrow route, arrow stop essentially here, as opposed to running a regular bench route. And that's just something, that's how it's run out of this formation. So I'm running the stick route here, or the stick play. You can see what I have. It's what I called before, very similar at least, with this exception here. I honestly cannot tell what he's in, to be honest with you. It looks like either a 3 or a man single high safety, that is. I'm pretty sure it's probably cover 3. That's what he's been running most of the day, at least so far since we started this game. And it's some sort of 4-3 over. I can't quite tell. Like I said, it might be a nickel or something like that. But he does have 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen in this case. They are all overshifted to the right. So let's go ahead and run this play. We'll see what happens, and then we'll discuss. Like I said, to me, initial look is either a man single high, because there's a single high safety there, or it's a cover 3 where he's just got these guys up a little tighter, which is probably a cover 3. So they'll drop here, and then he'll stick middle of the field here, and then we'll have the 4 defenders here. So again, if it is the cover 3, I'm going to be looking for almost anything underneath. I'm going to start off here and then work my way across. If this guy comes hard to the flat, then obviously I want to go to my next guy, which is Bryant here, If this guy comes hard to defend him, then I work over to the next guy here, which honestly it should open up. With this big gap here, if it's a cover 3, this guy's just going to drop straight here. Well, actually, he's going to drop flat, excuse me. And then we have this guy here who'll drop here. So this should still open up. And then this one is my last resort, essentially, with Williams. If it's a man-to-man, I'm probably going to be looking here initially just to see what this guy does if he attacks hard. Then I'll move over to Bryant and then see what Bryant can do beating this guy one-on-one. And then, of course, work my way across, because it'll be one-on-one matchups essentially all across the board. So just depending on who beats their guy in that case. If this is some sort of cover 2 where, say, he moves out, he drops back, he's got flat, then I'm going to be looking for this right now. And then if that's not there, then I'll probably come across looking for the slants. So we'll run through this, see what happens, and discuss. So as you can see right off the bat, it's a cover 3. Now I do have this right away, but because it is a cover 3, I see I have this nice gap right in here. So I've already moved off of all these guys here, because I saw that you could see this. It's just, you know, plain as day for me to see, and that's the guy I want to hit. Boom, throw that ball, and he drops it. So play success 0 as far as grades go. Decision making is a 1. That's a solid decision to make. I maybe could have thrown it about a half second earlier, but because I knew I was probably going to get a bump there, I held it just a little longer to make sure he recovered as well. And either way, he should not drop that ball. So, like I said, I get a 1-point play out of that, so it's still a failure. I'm a failure. But, you know, we'll take it, and that's what happens.